2K25
not only bragging
Day
rights,
2.
but some pretty sweet rewards. NBA 2K26 with VC, My Team cards, and so much more.
And throughout our award show, we will be bringing you 2K TV Interactive. All questions and the VC you get from answering correctly.
Let's get started with today's video.
Hell, make it where I'm from, now take it here. I ain't seeing due time, I be making meals. Bossed up in this game, I've been making deals. Get your lawyer on the phone, we can make it real. I got checks and balance, I flex dramatic. Another 50 on my neck, just my reckless habit. Ain't no on my rap, disrespect.
Today's matchup will be Minnesota Timberwolves versus the Indiana Packers.
Hi and welcome everyone here on 2K Sports. Can't wait to get some NBA action going. This is Kevin Harlan alongside Clark Kellogg and Greg Anthony. DA will join us tonight on the sideline. All right, a chance to check out stats for Anthony Edwards.
And he's gotten very shaky at the foul line in the last 5 games. Compared to his numbers through the rest of the season, I know he's frustrated and he'll be desperate to get it turned around here tonight.
And the starting lineup for the Timberwolves. Edwards on the wing. He's joined by McDaniels. Julius Randle is out there with Gobert, and it's Conley in at point guard. And for the Pacers, the forward spots with Neesmith and Siakam.
Before we start today's game, why don't we just put a little music?
It's been a long day without you,
Burton in the backcourt, Nembhard to his side. And it's Turner in at the center, filling out the middle. All the talk, Greg, leading up to this one has been about the impact of the backcourt.
And that's where it all starts. When you have a confident and confident backcourt, it just opens up a lot of things for you offensively.
Now Randle following the three-point attempt by Tyrese Halliburton. And the foul is called. He intentionally grabbed him there for some reason. I don't know.
All I can think of is that he's trying to slow the game down a little bit. That's a stretch, though. Definitely a strange move on his part.
Now, here's Halliburton. Following the miss by Julius Randle, Halliburton finds Turner. Here's Neesmith. That ball. Nice speed that time from Turner. Neesmith has got the game going here with the first basket for the Pacers. And let's head over to the sideline and catch up with David Aldridge.
Well, earlier I spoke with Rick Carlisle. Their team's main focus tonight, well, it starts with All-Star Anthony Edwards. He said Ant is an incredible player. He's so physical. We have to throw multiple bodies at him. It's got to be a team effort to keep Edwards in check. It's an ambitious game plan. Kevin?
Okay, David, thanks. Alexander Walker, he's checked in for McDaniels. And Siakam has it in the corner. They get it again. And it's slammed in by Turner.
That's all about the ticker for Turner. Big heart, a real juggernaut on the boards who uses those long arms exceedingly well to get second chance opportunities.
Edwards' shot is good.
Really well done there. Just confident and composed, never in a hurry.
Last season, Miles Turner became the Pacers' all-time leader in block shot.
That's a pretty impressive feat when you consider some of the Pacers who played there historically. Jermaine O'Neal, Rick Smith, Roy Hibbert. Come on now. Great work by Miles Turner. So we need to give him his flowers now, and I think he's going to continue to add to that shot block total. Best of luck to any defender trying to slow Gobert down. He is ruthless inside.
In the corner, it's Neesmith. That three off the mark.
And they had some boxed coverage that turned into no coverage.
Alexander Walker on the wing. Up and in on the layup.
Gobert can look over the top of just about any defense right there. Delivers a nice pass.
Pacers have gone 50% from the field, hitting 3 of 6 since the opening tip.
It really does make the game easy for your teammates when you can lead them to the rim that well with the pass.
Conley against Halliburton. Count it, good.
Conley, so crafty with that left hand of his. The veteran knows his way around the hoop.
And Rick Carlisle decides to call timeout. He wants to make some adjustments to the game plan.
And they are ranked third in blocks. You see they rotate well, and they have some high flyers.
And with that steals ranking you talked about, Greg, their defense has been a major strength for them. I mean, they cause all sorts of headaches for their opponents. Timberwolves trail.
A shot like that is... a polite way to say, hey, coach, bench me.
Hey, that's crazy there. I mean, insanity. At least wait until you get across half court. My goodness.
Alexander Walker with the ball. Neesmith covering. He gets that one.
And a nice job here early of establishing an inside presence.
Pass to Neesmith. Siakam deciding where to go with it. Inside. Here's Halliburton. And finished off by Halliburton.
How about Halliburton? Going right to the rim, sneak dunking on that attack. Impressive.
There's always a surprise, isn't there, Clark, in the offseason? Let's go back to 2022. That offseason, the Timberwolves going all in on Rudy Gobert.
Basically, Kevin, they traded 5 firsts plus a bunch of good players for Gobert. It was derided at the time, and I can understand why, but Rudy's defense has taken them to another level, and he's actually been a little better offensively than people thought he would be.
Benedict Mathurin, he's checked in for the Pacers. Minnesota also with the sub. DiVincenzo's checked in. And here's Conley outside. And it's Mathurin with the rebound.
And that was a little bit of a range check for him.
You know, guys, I think he's got confidence to shoot it from anywhere, but he could have gotten a better one than that.
He's got quickness. Mathurin gets defenders on their heels.
What's the Timberwolves now? Following the score by Indiana. Conley gets the bucket.
Man, have they been effective at getting the ball inside.
I tell you, we're taking a look at some real deficiencies defensively. I mean, they've given up 5 straight good looks in the paint.
Here's Nembhard. Nothing on the board. We've got 1:23 left in the first. The Pacers pull it in. They want to keep rolling here following the win against the Thunder.
Yeah, and that one, their intensity on the offensive end was not matched by their opponent. That led to some... easy bucket.
Yeah, you know, you can't allow them to get into a rhythm on offense. Once that happens, then you're in trouble.
Right now, let's send it over to the sidelines and get a report from David Aldridge.
Thanks, Kevin. Tyrese Halliburton has become the face of the Pacers franchise. He says they've done a great job of allowing me to spread who I am and how I play throughout the organization. The guys and the coaches have adapted to that. Good things are happening. I want us to be the best team in the league. Kevin, he's certainly taking me in the right direction.
David, I'm infatuated with this guy as you are. He does so much at such a young age. Man, the sky is the limit. Here's Alexander Walker. And that one, good. Alexander Walker's got 8 points.
And that's what the pump fake's there for. Get your man off his feet and drive right around it.
There's 25 seconds left to play here in the first. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Michael Conley. That is his first foul of the game. So an entirely new group in now for Indiana. Toppin, he's checked in for Turner. Walker comes in for Pascal Siakam. Halliburton's checked in for Neesmith. And it's T.J. McConnell in for Andrew Nembhard. Big group substitution now for Minnesota. Naz Reid, he's checked in for Rudy Gobert. Miller comes in for Julius Randle. Clark, he's checked in for Alexander Walker. And Anthony Edwards subbed in for Mike Conley. Out of bounds, Indiana takes possession. The Timberwolves making a switch here. 9 seconds left to play in the first quarter. And a wide open look for Halliburton. And the Pacers can't get it to go. The first quarter all wrapped up, and it's been an exciting game so far. Pacers out in front, leading by just 2. And we'll get things started in the... And it's been a pretty even game here after 1 quarter of play. And guys, what do you think about the offensive approach we've seen so far for Indiana?
Their chemistry. That's what really stood out so far in this one to me. Look at the number of assists they've been able to rack up so far.
And on top of that, they've been asserting themselves offensively.
Shut up.
A good
Shut up. Shut up.
from inside.
On the court for the Timberwolves as our second quarter is underway. They've got Clark. Dante DiVincenzo. He's out there with Edwards. Then it's Naz Reid. And it's Garza in at the center position. The Minnesota Timberwolves come into this one following a loss to Oklahoma City. Mark, when you think of siblings who have played in the NBA, the Lopez brothers, and now the Toppin brothers. Come to mind.
Can only imagine how cool a feeling that is to be able to play in the NBA with your brother. It's a dream come true for anybody to get to the highest level of pro basketball. And then to have a couple of players from the same family doing it together? Come on, man. Doesn't get any better than that.
Minnesota making a switch here. Ingles is checked in. Reid with it. He's picked up by Walker. From about 19 feet, Reid misses.
Very surprising that he came away empty there, especially given room to operate.
Finish off the break. And the Pacers lead by 2.
Beautiful move by Mathurin. He's got a deep bag.
Here's Clark. Another miss by Minnesota. And here's Halliburton. He'll bring it up for the Pacers. They came away with the victory in the last meeting, which, by the way, was also in this building.
In the last meeting of these two teams, they were really sharp defensively, disrupting the flow of their offense and causing a ton of turnovers.
Very satisfying performance, and one they'll look to repeat tonight. And they ended up winning it going away.
And defensively, they are on their heels every time the ball comes inside.
Yeah, I think they've got to ramp up the aggressiveness. If they don't, things are just going to get worse from them.
The assist totals, Kevin, just continue to grow. They're way ahead in that category. Ball movement has been flawless.
Clearly just an example of a different mindset between these teams.
Oh, a tough quarter for him offensively. He hasn't been able to give his team a lift when they need it.
And here's Walker outside. Ingles with the rebound. Timberwolves trail by 3. Puts one up from 19. And that's good for 2. DiVincenzo's got 4 points now in the quarter. Pacers have gone 2 of 5 from the field here in the second quarter, shooting 40%. And the foul called on Edwards. That is his first foul of the game. Turner's checked in for Indiana. Andrew Nembhard comes in for T.J. McConnell. The Timberwolves also changing it up. Gobert checked in for Joe Ingles. And it's Conley in for Clark.
And, you know, even though that shot didn't go down, I like how they got him a wide open look in space there.
Goes up from the top of the key. The Pacers pull it in. Mark, these Indiana Pacers play at one of the quickest paces of any team in the NBA.
Yeah, I love the fact that it's quite fitting considering the nickname, Indiana Pacers. And they do set the pace. They love to push that rock, and they do it relentlessly. Catching you before your defense can get set. It's a beautiful way to play. Tell you what, though, you got to be in great shape to make it work.
And it's Halliburton missing.
His shot's just, it's not there right now. With his team leading, perhaps, you know, let's focus on some other areas of the game.
Pacers leading by 3. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Anthony Edwards. That's foul number 2 for him.
And that's foul number 2. And maybe you don't sit him at this point, but you really have to be careful to not pick up another beforehand.
Looking at who's out there now for the Pacers. Siakam is checked in for Chopin. And Aaron Nesmith subbed in for Benedict Mathurin. Timberwolves also changing it up. Julius Randle comes in for Reed. And it's McDaniels in for Dante DiVincenzo. Minnesota comes into this one following a loss to the Thunder in Oklahoma City. Conley kicks to McDaniel. That's in there. Conley with the assist. McDaniels got his first 2 points.
Like the determination. McDaniels not backing down.
Halliburton for 3. A rebound by the Timberwolves. Gobert's got his 5th rebound right now in the game. Over in the corner, Edwards. Strong move inside by Edwards.
Boy, how about the strength of Edwards? Confident in taking on defenders and finishing.
Halliburton looking around. Siakam, right side. It's stolen by Edwards. Conley with it. A look at his stats. He averages a bit over 8 points a game. Another shot. And Gobert with the lay-in. Gobert's got the lead up to 3 now for the Timberwolves.
And gotta like what they've been doing down low in the post.
I certainly do. You know, I like to see guys do their work inside. Their rebounding has been excellent, and that's always important in a close game.
Shoots. Tries to keep it alive. The rebound by Turner. The Pacers shooting from the field, 44%, not bad. Here's Halliburton, and finished off by Halliburton.
Oh, just solid on the one-handed slam.
Keep us black ink, evil half of the bad beats, evil that means take a back seat, take it back to fat beats with a maxi single, look at my rap sheet, what attracts these people is my gangster bitch like a patchy with a catchy jiggle, I stack chips, you better gotta have it. Tell them what the venom and eliminate them, other words I'm intimate, but I didn't picture my
and guys, when it's a tight ball game like this, he's the guy they want with the ball.
Somebody you can count on. He is an extremely reliable hitter.
Benedict Mathurin, he's checked in for Halliburton. And the Timberwolves also making a change. Dante DiVincenzo, he's checked in for Edwards.
Boy, this is bad. Tough to watch. I mean, this is really bad. He's stone cold this quarter.
And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Michael Conley. That's foul number 2 for him. So it's the Pacers now. To the inside. Here's Turner, and Turner throws it down.
What athleticism from Turner. My goodness. He loves getting chances to throw it down like that.
Randle no good. Indiana leading. There's 48 seconds left in the first half. And Nesmith with the slam.
Oh, going high to throw that one down.
Sky high. Fantastic one-hand jam.
Boy, nice way to punctuate that possession. It has not been his game so far. I mean, he's trying his best, giving great effort, but little has gone his way.
2 points. That one goes.
And inside, Mathurin makes great use of his agility, developing some instincts for running around in traffic. And that's just carelessness there. I mean, you have got to have your head in the game.
Nesmith finds Mathurin. And a wide open look for Siakam. Buries it from 3-point range. And it's an 8-point Indiana lead.
Nice play, and you can see they're gathering momentum.
You know, they need to stay aggressive here. Build the lead up while they've got the chance. Don't waste this opportunity.
And in getting that 3 to go, he snaps an 11-0 run by Indiana.
Siakam for 3. Rudy Gobert with the rebound. Got it off in time. And no good on the last second attempt this time. And that'll do it for the first half. A competitive game so far. Pacers lead by 5. And now let's catch up with David Aldridge, who's standing by from the sideline. All right, Dave.
Thanks, Rick. What do you like about how your team is playing tonight?
Shot making was there. We're not turning it over. We're doing a pretty good job defensively, but a long way to go.
Rick, thanks for your time. Back to you, Kevin.
Thank you, David. And we'll be right back after halftime to start the third quarter. See you in just a bit.
Make sure you guys like, subscribe, and comment. Who do you think is going to win?
Welcome to halftime, everybody. It's been a bit of a challenge so far for the Minnesota Timberwolves.
I'm impressed they're still in this. They've done some good things tonight, but the three-point shooting is not one of them.
And that could bode well for them in the second half.
Take this time to...
And moving along,
subscribe.
a metric for that first half. Love me some metrics. Checking out the top performer on each team.
Brought their A games. This is what it means to try to put a team on your shoulders, Ernie.
What do you mean? I've been carrying you on this show for years.
That's not entirely true. I'd say maybe the first 2 years.
And that'll do it for halftime. We send you back to Kevin Harlan, who has the second half call.
And we've got second half action for you. Thus far, a pretty evenly contested game. Tyrese Halliburton with a strong contribution so far in this one.
No problems fighting his way to the rim in this one. A lot of points in close.
Yeah, you know what, guys? They gave him too many free runs to the hoop in the first half. I think they've got to be a lot tougher on him. Body him up. Be physical with him.
And Greg, you talk about toughness, the compete factor. How does a team create that culture?
Call it critical mass when you have the entire organization and enough players committed to that kind of effort. Everyone has to meet that level.
Halliburton in the backcourt. Nembhard to his side. Siakam is the 4, and he'll be next to Turner at the 5. And it's Nesmith in at the 3, the small forward. So that's the group out there for Indiana. Pacers leading by 5. Nembhard, the pass to Siakam. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line. After exploding onto the NBA radar in 2019, Siakam Clark has been a sure thing on offense.
Well, you know what you're going to get from Pascal Siakam. I mean, whether it's in the open floor or in the half-court sets, he's a guy you can count on delivering when you give him the ball in those situations. His offense never takes a night off.
And he's good on the second. Greg, in January 2024, Pascal Siakam was traded out of Toronto.
And he came into the league an older player from a mid-major school. The Raptors did a lot to help Siakam, turning him into an all-NBA caliber player.
A moment now to hear from our sideline reporter, Hall of Famer David Aldridge. David.
Kevin, Mike Conley's leadership is huge for the Wolves. Rudy Gobert says his presence on the court, but especially in the locker room, is invaluable. Coach Chris Finch said he's given us everything and more. Conley says to have this kind of trust from everyone is why I'm here. This is what I'm supposed to do. Kevin?
He is a class act. David, thanks.
Halliburton all about getting his teammates open looks. Does such a great job with his unselfishness making the pass.
Here's Gobert. He gets it in there. Gobert's got 10. And here is Siakam. He's got 9. To the middle. And the foul called on Pascal Siakam. That's his first foul. And we've got a timeout called from Chris Finch. Looking for a breather and maybe just one or two things to talk about.
And now we get a chance to check out Tyrese Halliburton. The past month has been surreal. He's putting up about 16 points a game, 8 assists, and 6 rebounds. It's hard to wrap your head around numbers like these, but that is just what he delivers night in and night out.
You know, it's so easy for us to take him for granted, to get spoiled with what he does. I think we've got to be more appreciative of the kind of impact this man has in every game he plays.
The shot's good from Halliburton.
And there's a pattern starting to take shape here. They're working it inside and getting good shots from close range.
Well, I agree with you. 4 of their last 5 baskets have been exactly of that variety.
And doesn't have
only ahead by 3,
but kindly sure plays with heart, unbothered by the contested shot.
Here's Halliburton. 2 free throws coming up.
Not happening.
The shooting foul. Tyrese Halliburton.
Get that shit out of here.
Special Clark. And you say it all the time. He is an absolute machine on offense.
That boy, that wasn't
he
happening.
really is an orchestrator, a maestro of platinum-level capability. His turnover numbers, outstanding. He's a guy that flirts with the 50, 40, 90 shooting splits and is going to lead the league in assists, I think, the better part of his career going forward. That's how good he is.
Seems like every time, Greg, we see Tyrese Halliburton, he's wearing a big smile on his face.
Talk about a guy who just loves this game. Halliburton is such an enthusiastic player, and that positive attitude really infects his entire team.
Pass to Nembhard. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Anthony Edwards. That's his 3rd foul of the game.
And the next one puts him in the bonus.
Yep, they'll be trying to draw that next foul quickly so they can start getting those easy chances at the strike.
Halliburton finds Nembhard. From deep. Bangs home the trifecta. Nembhard's got 5.
That's the kind of D that you're not going to find success with, guys. They've got to get a hand in the face.
Over in the corner, McDaniels. And you see, don't you, Clark, this steady progression year over year for Anthony Edwards.
Well, he's already an all-star since his 3rd season. With Edwards, the chance is there, if he continues to show the same improvement he's shown thus far, that he's going to be MVP caliber, and I dare say, perhaps the face of the league for several years to come.
The Pacers making a change here. Mathurin's checked in. Minnesota also with the sub. Alexander Walker, he's checked in for McDaniel. And now we're 3 minutes into the 3rd quarter of play. Siakam outside. And Turner kicks to Siakam. That falls. Nice speed that time from Turner. Turner's got 3 assists now in this one. Conley, the pass to Edwards. Over Siakam. That's in, and the Pacer lead is cut down to 5 on the bucket from Edwards.
And, you know, we need to keep seeing this from Edwards. It's encouraging to see him sink the mid-range J there.
And now they decide to foul intentionally.
Really no idea why you're fouling in a situation like that. You know, maybe there's some bad blood between those two.
Yeah, but that's no excuse for that kind of foul. I mean, that might be an explanation for it, but certainly doesn't justify it. And even then, it's just not a good play.
Reed, he's checked in for Julius Randle. Greg, this is some kind of note. Last year, Minnesota, for just the 2nd time, had ever won a series in the postseason.
Yeah, they've been bounced in the first round 10 of 12 appearances. But last year's team was different. Their elite defense fueled the conference finals run.
Indiana moving it around. And Nembhard has it in the corner. And he can't extend the lead to double digits. Timberwolves trail by 7. Here's Gobert. 10 points for him. Can't connect from 14 feet out. Mathurin against Conley. And he uses both hands to jam it in.
And one of the better athletes in his draft class, Mathurin, with quick lift off the floor and then the power to hammer it home.
And some changes here for the Pacers. Toppin comes in for Turner. And it's T.J. McConnell in for Halliburton. Dante DiVincenzo, he's checked in for Minnesota. Out to Edwards. And finished off by Edwards.
Show us what you got, young fella. Anthony Edwards. Love to see you operate like that.
Nice job capturing the moment on the AT&T 5G Slam Cam. Now, here's Siakam. He's got 12. And finished off by Siakam.
You know, we can't measure heart. I mean, he's not as big as the other power forwards, but his jumping ability and mindset is incredible.
Edwards kicks to DiVincenzo. And they immediately answer back with the dunk at the other end.
I don't think the defense was ready for DiVincenzo to get assertive like that. Dunking right on top of him there. Oops, upside your head.
And there's the call on Dante DiVincenzo. That's his first foul of the game, and the bonus will go to the free throw line. And a look at how the offensive approach has been going here so far for the Pacers.
Well, you know, for me, the passing has been fantastic all night. Everybody loves watching this style of basketball where the ball moves and players move. Coaches, fans, and even us broadcasters can appreciate that kind of action.
And on top of that, they've really been dialed in from deep, just dropping triple after triple.
Shepard's checked in for Andrew Nembhard.
Conley doesn't have an overwhelming body, but I tell you, good job that time taking the hit and finishing through it.
Clark, if you had one word to describe Mike Conley, what would it be?
Reliable, steadfast, dependable. And I know that's three, but I wanted to give you three different words I could use to describe him. Only 2 seasons in his whole career has he not played at least 50 games. That speaks to durability and professionalism.
And this is his second trip to the line tonight.
And 74%, you know, so-so. He probably wouldn't mind seeing it a little bit higher.
Guys, he is close to where he was last year in that category, but his numbers are still down just a skosh.
Good on the second free throw.
And they're drawing more whistles and working their way to the line here in the second half.
And guys, I think it's exactly the right thing to do with the lead. Keep going at defenders and find a way to get yourself to the line.
And they're forcing the ball inside, and it's working like a charm.
McConnell passes to Siakam. And finished off by Siakam.
Well, the numbers speak for themselves. Siakam showing great versatility on the offensive end.
Reed finds Edwards. It's rebounded by Indiana.
And this will be the last possession of the quarter if they're patient.
Yeah, they've got to hold for the last shot here.
McConnell passes to Shepard. Misses from close range.
I still can't believe that one didn't fall.
Here's Conley. He knocks it down, but wait a minute. The officials are getting together. They may want to review this one. Well, we thought the third quarter was over, but it turned.
The previous play is under
the ball before the buzzer.
And even though, you know, you're thinking maybe we don't need to replay in a situation like this, still plenty of time left in this game, and really it's about getting the call right.
Yeah, and the NBA Replay Center in Secaucus is queuing up the footage for the officials on the floor. The new process is making for quicker turnarounds, I think.
Pascal Siakam getting it done for Indiana. He notched 8 points in the quarter and has that terrific basketball instinct on display. We come back right after this. While we have the chance now, folks, let's go to our State Farm assist of the game.
And I'm glad this was the pick because I love this pass. Such a great dish. That's what I call court vision.
Yeah, and with the accuracy to go along with that vision. I mean, he put the ball in the absolute perfect spot. That's how you orchestrate.
And this is it. Glad to have you along for this fourth and final quarter. It's time now to hear from our Hall of Fame reporter, David Aldridge. What's the latest, David?
Hey, guys, I listened in on what Chris Finch was talking about with his players. Now he's encouraging them to keep attacking in the paint. He said, when we get inside, we score. Simple as that. Keep attacking and don't settle for anything that's not at the rim. Kevin, back to you.
Thanks, David. And a look at the five for the Timberwolves to start the fourth. Clark is out there with Miller. Then there's Reed. Then there's Dante DiVincenzo. And it's Edwards in at the shooting guard.
Boy, tonight just gives you a picture of the potential of Edwards. I mean, this guy is an electrifying scoring guard.
Halliburton on the wing. He's feeling it. DiVincenzo with the rebound.
I guess even he has to miss one of those once in a while.
That's in, and the Pacer lead is cut down now to just 5 on the basket from Miller.
They should continue to get the ball inside. The defense struggling to contain them.
And when you make 5 in a row in close like that, it also takes pressure off your perimeter guys, too.
And some changes here for the Timberwolves. Julius Randle comes in for Miller, and Dillingham subbed in for Edwards. Here's McConnell. 1 minute now into this fourth quarter. It's good on the putback. And the Pacers lead by 7.
Nice putback by Toppin. That vertical and power to finish the possession. Strong.
And it's good, 2 points.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
Yeah, and that's 4 straight field goals now they've allowed from point-blank range. Can't happen.
Picked his pocket. Shoots from 8. The rebound by Halliburton. Halliburton's got his 4th rebound in this one. And McConnell gets it to go.
You gotta love his hustle, keeping the defense no time to react.
And you know you're gonna get those buckets, guys, when you're quick to get out on the break. Get that ball up the court as fast as you can.
Yeah, really good defensive play to cut him off there and square up.
Excellent example of toughness and physicality on defense. Got his nose right in the middle of things and made a play.
Andrew Nembhard checked in for the Pacers. And the Timberwolves also making a change. Conley's checked in. Back to Nembhard. Lee pass was put in just the right spot. Nembhard's got the lead up to 9 now for the Pacers. Rolls up on the elbow. And it comes off the front of the rim. The Pacers have gotten 4 of their 6 shots to fall so far here in the fourth. A pretty nice efficiency there. Walker's shot is off.
Tell you what, the defense was lucky there. I mean, leave him that open from range, he'll typically knock it down.
Outside Conley. Mark against Halliburton. Conley for 3. Pacers with the rebound. Nembhard's got his 6th rebound on the night. Pass to Halliburton. Connects from 3-point range. And now it's a 12-point Indiana lead.
Halliburton's future is bright, and that's got so many folks excited because he can really play and fill it up.
Conley kicks to Reed. To halt the run, and that one falls coming off Conley's feet.
Michael Conley with excellent vision on that pass.
Indiana making some changes. Turner's checked in for Toppin. Pascal Siakam comes in for Walker. And Aaron Nesmith subbed in for Benedict Mathurin. And then for Minnesota, Gobert's checked in for Reed. McDaniels comes in for Clark. And Anthony Edwards subbed in for Dante DiVincenzo. Here's Randle. And it goes down 2 points. Randle's got 4 points in the quarter.
And they are attacking the rim and getting great results.
And how? I mean, they're taking this defense to task, taking them to school. Every one of their last 10 points have come in the paint.
Timberwolves trail by 8. And finished up by McDaniel.
McDaniel's going upstairs with an athletic move.
And Siakam's got the ball here for the Pacers. They've held a 12-point lead earlier. And it's Jaden McDaniels with the foul. That's his third foul of the game. Halliburton passes to Nembhard. Back to Halliburton. Fires the three. And once again off the mark by Indiana. Timberwolves have gone 6 of 9 on their field goal attempts since the start of the fourth quarter. Here's Gobert. Yep, it counts. And now just a 4-point Pacer lead.
Gobert calling for the ball in moments like these. Big-time games under his belt.
Halliburton. And the Pacers can't get it to go. Minnesota with the ball. They've got an 8-0 run. Over in the corner, McDaniels. Back to Randall. And Randall throws it down.
Calm when it counts. Randall has that clutch DNA.
1:36 left here in the fourth quarter. Pass to Nesmith. And once again off the mark by Indiana. The Timberwolves shooting has been terrific. 54% on the game. Randall has doubled. To tie it up. Edwards loves it in there.
Tied up. Final score.
Edwards gets, the better he'll become, especially when he's stepping up and hitting the big shots.
Halliburton finds Nesmith. For three, Siakam. And rebounded by McDaniels. Now the Timberwolves with it. Over Nesmith. Shot by McDaniels, no good. Diversified scoring in this one for him.
I love when everyone can get involved. A full team effort.
Here's Halliburton. For three, Siakam. Knocks down the three.
Oh, you just love seeing a player with absolutely no fear.
Cool, calm, collected, and confident in the biggest moment of the game. Yes.
Here's Conley. Excellent defense there from Halliburton. And now we've got the intentional foul. They can more or less wrap it up right here.
This has to be a very smart possession.
Miller's checked in for the Timberwolves.
At the line for Indiana.
So the first one drops, and that gives them a 4-point cushion.
Halliburton has lots of skills you love to see from a young guard. Boy, I tell you what, he's got a bright future. Love watching this young man play.
Reed, he's checked in for Minnesota. Second free throw, no good that time. He really wanted that one.
No time to waste on this possession.
Got to go right up with it and then foul immediately.
Out to Conley. Back to Gobert. Shoots over Turner. It falls.
Big time delivery. Go, Gobert.
Here's Halliburton. And now an intentional foul. They need the ball back as soon as possible.
No choice but to foul there, but he's probably the last guy you want to see on the line.
But there was no time really to be selective. Stopping the clock was the priority.
And so both free throws are good. It's a 4-point ball game.
Good composure from the line there. Those shots sealed.
Minnesota calls timeout. They trail by 4. What do you think we're going to see coming out of this timeout?
Trying to stay alive. They've got to work quickly.
Okay, they're going to draw up a play here, I think, to get a shot right off of the inbounds pass to not waste too much time at all.
8 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Here's Edwards. Got it.
Boy, he's playing out of his head, nailing everything. And the defense is scrambling to try to stop him right now, and so far, no go.
And Rick Carlisle decides to call a timeout. Coach clearly feeling the necessity to regroup with so much at stake here. And the foul called on Edwards. And so he's picked up his
77-79.
For the rest of this game.
Hey, you know what? Smart foul. You got to try and extend the game.
Sure, it's not over. The clock is as much a problem for them as the score is right now, so they've got to try to manage it.
Please
Yeah,
miss.
this is where their depth really comes into play.
Number 9.
Such talent at that position. They'd love to have him out
Please
there, but they
miss.
won't suffer much.
Please miss.
So he goes 2 for 2
Mother.
and it's a 4-point ball game. Minnesota calls timeout. 3 seconds left in the fourth quarter. What's your take, guys?
And I'm sure the coach is telling them it ain't over until it's over.
I am literally like 32.2 seconds. And 30.2 seconds to win.
It's got to be a quick bucket, a quick foul, and see what happens after that.
Here's Alexander Walker. Misses there.
Oh.
She's Indiana take this one. They didn't make it easy on themselves or their fans. But in the end, everyone's satisfied.
I mean, there were some times that momentum shifted, and especially early on. But let's give
Lost
this
by 3
group
points.
a lot of credit for that stick-to-itiveness in terms of finishing out and executing that game plan.
Thank you for joining us. That'll do it for now. For Greg Anthony, Clark Kellogg, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan. Thanks for watching the NBA on 2K Sports. And now, our player of the game, Tyrese Halliburton.
Thanks for watching. See you guys in the next one. Goodbye.